Kerry Sullivan here with another howtokickassinsales.com tip of the day, and today is what you can learn from Mr. James Stockdale and how you can apply that to your sales to kick some serious butt. So there is a famous naval officer named James Stockdale, and this guy fought in Vietnam, and he got shot down in Vietnam. And when he got shot down in Vietnam, he ejected from his plane, and he was looking down, and he thought, you know what? I'm gonna be stuck here for a long time, at least 8 years before I get out of this place. And one of the things that James Stockdale found out and discovered in his time when he was in this POW camp was, and he was there for a real long time, I can't remember the exact number of years, but it was a long time, it was 7, 8 years, something like that. And he found that the guys who didn't make it through this camp, who were other US prisoners of war, were the guys who weren't willing to look at things as they really were. They were thinking, we're gonna get out of here by Easter, we're gonna get out of here by December, we're gonna get out of here by Christmas, New Year's, whatever it may be. And what would happen is those times would roll around on the calendar and they wouldn't get out, and they'd go into despair, and they weren't willing to look at and deal with the consequences of what could really happen. They could get tortured a heck of a lot more. They could be stuck in this prison for a heck of a lot longer. And because they weren't really willing to look at those worst case scenarios and the actual reality of what they were in, you know, chances are, and there was a chance that they might not ever get out of that place, right? They might not ever get out of there alive, right? They might get tortured to death or whatever it may be. But because they weren't willing to look at that, and they looked at things a lot rosier, they started perceiving these things. And when these things, this good didn't happen, when they didn't get out, or when they started getting tortured a heck of a lot more than they thought they were and everything else, they crumbled, right? And now, what can you learn about this in sales? You know, I think this is one of the biggest mistakes that they make out there in the personal development industry, within sales, within anything out there, is they tell people they're gonna go out there and they're gonna win from the get-go, and it's gonna be awesome and positive and fun, and they don't tell people how bad it's gonna suck and how much failure there's gonna be and how much pain there's gonna be and how much anguish there's gonna be. And I'm here to tell you that there's gonna be all those things, not because I wanna neg you out, but because I wanna prepare you. Because when you go out there and you know that these things are gonna happen, you know it's gonna be really hard, you know there's gonna be a lot of no's, you know you're gonna experience a lot of failure, you're not surprised when you see it. You see, when people have these failures and they have this pain, they have this suffering, and they weren't expecting it, it seems a heck of a lot worse and a heck of a lot more unfair than it really is. And just if you go in there expecting the worst and preparing for the worst, then you're a heck of a lot more prepared mentally, physically, emotionally to go out in there and get the job done, right? So really prepare for the worst. Think about the worst things that can happen and expect them, right? Prepare for those things. And then if you do that, it's going to be a heck of a lot easier when that adversity does come, because it will come. It absolutely will come. There are going to be bumps in the road that you would never expected. But if you're willing to stick with it and persevere through that, you're going to see huge results, because most people don't have the guts and the intestinal fortitude to go through and make that happen, right? And the main reason for that is because they never expected it in the first place and they didn't prepare for it. So if you prepare for it, expect it. Expect those bad things to happen and prepare for it. You're gonna go a lot further than thinking everything is wavy gravy and glass is half full type deal. So this is Kerry Sullivan with howtokickassinsales.com tip of the day, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye-bye.